Here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business. And we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing this amazing morning? I am so excited for today. We are going to work off what we did yesterday. And so I have like 3 questions that I'm going to ask you guys. Well, I have more questions that I'm going to ask you guys, but 3 things that I really want you to focus on, because I think this is where a lot of entrepreneurs a lot of entrepreneurs are losing the spunk. Right? Some may not, it may not affect a lot like it does others. And so we're going to dig deeper into it. So with that being said, everybody, welcome to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie. This is your daily cup of information and inspiration. I'm also known as the Dean of Bubble Babes University, and that's BABEZ University.com. And if you are not a part of our community yet, go on over to BubbleBabesUniversity.com, click community, set you up an account, join the community, interact with us, engage with us, and let us know what's going on with you. Where can we help you? What do you want to do? Is there things that you want to accomplish? What kind of things can we add? Get in there and start engaging. And if you want to take it a little bit further, you can join us in the Honor Society. And the Honor Society is an all-access membership. It's a paid subscription where you have access to previous classes, downloads, resources, accountability groups, and everything. So with that being said, speaking of accountability groups, this Sunday at 6 p.m., we are going to have our accountability meeting. So make sure you are in the building. If you are part of the Honor Society, make sure you check in the Honor Society, because there will be a meeting, there will be a link, and all the information will be there. We are going to get really real on what we're doing and start planning for next year. So with that being, we're going to finish out this year strong, and then we're going to be looking into the next year. But with that being said, y'all, how's everybody doing this amazing morning? We got some sunny skies. I don't know how warm it is outside. Yesterday was pretty decent, but we got some sunny skies going on this morning. How's everybody doing? Let me check and see who's in the chat. Oh, as y'all see, I got my morning music. I don't have the second part on there yet, but I got the first part on there, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And plus, look at this. I was able to also, wait, where is it? Oh, it didn't save. Oh no, there it goes. You guys hear that? It's going to be the new like sound. And I was able to bring them all over. So I got them over. So we are in action. I'm going to not do the other one, and I'm going to do this one because this one is easier for when I have my guests and everything else. So this is where we're going to be. So let me check and see who's in the building. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Miss Betty Rose is first in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. And she was here at 8:53 because I could see it now. It says, good morning, everyone. I am blessed and dry. Okay, blessed and dry. After yesterday's rain, we waiting and drying out. Okay. Good morning, cousin. Good morning, Latrice. She is the best moderator on what? Earth. The best moderator on earth. I usually do it faster, but today it called for a slower one because I needed to resonate with y'all, right? The best moderator on earth. Good morning, Tamara. Tamara's in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Miss Linda. Miss Linda said, good morning. I am blessed and ready for my new miracles today. Yes, yes, and yes. I love the hoodie, cousin. Thank you. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oops, I'm skipping people. Good morning, Yolanda. Yolanda says, good morning, babes. Good morning, Tamara. Tamara says, good morning. Good morning, Ursula. She says, good morning, Laura. Laura says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. She said, good morning, Annie. Annie says, good morning, everyone. Melissa's in the building. Melissa says, good morning, everyone. I'm blessed. It's overcast and rainy, and I love it. I love rainy days. I love stormy days. I love snowy days. Like I really, really just love to look outside the window and just watch it happen. That's my thing. That's my thing. Good morning, Deltra. Deltra's in the building. She says, good morning, babes. I'm blessed. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Martini. Martini says, good morning. Martini, how did your launch go? Everything looks so amazing, so beautiful. I absolutely love what you got going on. So today we are going to be talking, while I'm waiting for you to tell me, we are going to be talking about, kind of piggybacking off of what we were speaking about yesterday, about the 9 to 5 and setting realistic goals. And did anybody reconsider their goals? Let me know in the chat. Put ones in the chat if you have reconsidered your goals. Like looking at my vision board from the end of the year last year, what I have on my vision board, there are some adjustments that need to be made because again, some of those things were influenced by other people's success. Some of those things were influenced by what other people had, and not so much of what I really wanted. I thought about it and I'm like, oh, that would be nice to have, or that would be nice to do. But it really wasn't something that I wanted in my heart. And so I want to know if any of you guys are feeling the same way. And I'm thinking, for this year, I want to do not so much a vision board. I want to do a roadmap. So instead of the vision board, I want to do a roadmap to success. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Good morning, Big Meech. Big Meech is in the building. It went amazing. Thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm glad to hear that. So glad to hear that. Awesome. So let me know in the chat what we got. What we got. Sounds great. Sounds great. Yes, I want it to be, and I'll just give you some of my ideas of where I'm going while I'm waiting for you guys to give me your answers, right? The idea of it is to not create just something because some people, and this is not to take away from anything and any method from anybody else, right? This is just based on my own observation, and this may even be a thing for other people, but I know just based on my own observation that and it's going to require something different from you. You know what I'm saying? Because you actually need to get the momentum to keep it going. And you know what I'm saying? Like you have to get excited about what's going on. I can't just look at my vision board, be like, oh, well, that didn't happen today. Oh, that didn't happen today. Oh, that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be excited about the things. I want to be able to see things happening, which is going to give me the momentum to wish and want for bigger things. I want the momentum, the positive energy to keep snowballing into something bigger and better and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then things that just seems just so magical because I never would expect this to even happen, but based on my energy that I'm able to feel these things, I'm able to bring these things into my spirit. I'm able to bring these things into my life. I'm able to make these things a reality. Why? Because I already have the momentum going. It's not something that I got to pick up from nowhere and then be like, well, that's what I want, and figure out how that's going to happen. No, or not even figure out how it's going to happen, because you shouldn't really be figuring out how things are going to happen when you want something. You just got to keep your eye on the prize. But if you don't have evidence of these things happening in your life, or evidence that these things can be true for you, how can you manifest it? Because you don't believe it. It's not resonating with you. You don't feel it in your spirit. You don't feel it in your energy. So how can you think that you could bring that thing to you if you don't believe that you can? right? And you're thinking, oh, I think I should be able to I want to bring this thing to me, but you don't see evidence in your life of, just even small little things of, this thing happening for you. And since you don't see even little small bits of evidence, you don't think that is possible. And so you're kind of canceling out that thing that you say that you want, right? Because you got to be able to see at least small little glimpses of evidence that this thing can be possible for you, right? So if your bank account is on negative, or if your business is not moving as fast as you want it to be, if I see that I could put $5 in the bank, or if I see that, okay, I got my negative I got it out of the negative, now I'm in the positive, now I can see evidence of me improving on what's going on, with my financial situation. If my business is going slow and I got one order for the week, I can see evidence that, okay, I got an order, at least I got an order, so I can be grateful for the order that came in. So I'm grateful and thankful for this order that came in. Thank you, more please, right? I have evidence of it. I'm not sitting here like, oh, I want to have a million orders come in, but I don't see evidence of any orders coming in. How this going to be a blow to your ego, right? It's going to be a blow to you. Like, how can I even think that that could even be possible? I can get 1,000 orders, I can't even get one, right? So how is that even going to help me? And so you kind of like canceling it out. And so the reason why I want to do the roadmap is because I want you to be able to see evidence of the things happening in real time, or evidence of these things happening into your life, so that you can see that anything that you want can be possible. But you got to make sure that you see evidence of those things. Your life can be magical. You can manifest plenty of wonderful, great things, but you got to be able to see evidence. You got to believe that you can have it. You know how they say you always have to believe, it has to be in your mind first. It has to be in your mind first. You have to know that you are capable of getting that thing. It is not beyond my reach. It is not for those people over there. I can also achieve this thing myself. I am just going to have to start differently, right? I got to see things happening in a different way, because I got to know that I am capable of doing this. You never know what you're made of until something challenges you, right? And so when the challenge happens, then you got to be like, I got to figure this thing out. I'm going to figure this thing out, and then I'm going to approach it, right? But then once you know that you can do it, guess what? Then you feel like you can accomplish more. Is that not the case? Right? Once you know that you can accomplish something that challenged you, you feel confident about that thing. You feel like, oh yeah, I could conquer the world. Oh yeah, I could do this. I could do this. But you need to be able to have that evidence to know that you can do it, right? And so, with that being said, let me check and see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let me see. Sounds great. That sounds great. Okay, good. I made my goals in quarterly steps to help me reach my 1 year, my 3 year, 5 year goals. Good, Tamara. Great, great, great. That's awesome. Good morning, Crystal girl. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She said, good morning, everyone. I'm blessed. You know it. Nope, I'm keeping everything on my vision board. I know I will get there. Right. I'm not saying take it off your vision board. I'm not saying take it off your vision board. What I'm saying is make it realistic for you. What do you need in order to get that thing that you see on your vision board? In order for you to leave, and if you say you want to be a full-time entrepreneur and that's on your vision board, what do you need to do in order for you to make that real for you? What do you need to make that real for you? And so that, as we always say, that is for you to break up into smaller chunks, right? So this is why I'm saying a roadmap, because yes, on your vision board, you have a final destination. You don't have, it's not broken down into the smaller steps. It's not, and even if you have a vision book, it'd be even better, or a book where you put your visions or destination, whatever. You can put all of the smaller steps in order for you to get there. Okay, so I need to make X amount of dollars. I need to have a part-time job so that I can have this amount saved. I want to have this much amount of life expenses taken care of. So I want to make sure I have this saved up. I want to make sure that I have the space that I need. I want to make sure that my inventory is all stocked up, or before I even start doing this, I got to make sure, like, what are those smaller things that are going to get you into that next step, right? What are those smaller things that are going to get you to your final destination? Because you're going to get discouraged if you have something on your vision board and you see it year after year after year after year after year, it's going to take away something from you every single year. And I'm not saying this, and I want y'all to hear me, right? I'm not saying this to tell you to aim low, because that's not what I'm saying. Do not aim low. Do not aim where you feel comfortable. Do not set goals where you know that you can accomplish that with your eyes closed, right? I'm not saying that. I'm saying definitely stretch yourself. I'm saying definitely go for the things that you have on that vision board. But what do you need in order for you to get to that thing? What do you need? What does that look like for you? You can't just say, oh, I'm leaving my 9 to 5. If you don't know what leaving your 9 to 5 looks like, then when are you ever going to know that you're ready? When are you ever going to know if you even working towards it? When do you even know what's going on as far as, where you are with your goal? How long is that going to take you? Put a time on it, right? You may not want it to last longer than 3 years. So what is it going to take for you to do within that 3 years in order for you to leave that 9 to 5 so that you could be a full-time entrepreneur or whatever the goal is, right? What is it going to take for you if you make the smaller steps towards it? And this is why I'm saying your vision, not your vision board. This is why I'm saying your roadmap, because you need the roadmap to lead to your destination. You can't go anywhere without a map. Even if you know where you're going, the map is in your head. Right? Even if you feel in a certain way, the guidance is in your heart or the guidance is in your spirit. The guidance is somewhere, but there is a map for you somewhere. If it's a physical thing, a mental thing, a spiritual thing, there's a map. And in order for you to get there, in order for you to get to that final destination, you got to get to, again, the steps may be different. You may take a detour. You may have to make some adjustments, but the end goal is still going to be the same. You still got to reach the destination, and you still need a plan to reach the destination. Is everybody with me? Let me know. Let me know if you're with me. Let me know if you're with me. That's right. Congratulate Martini, y'all. Oh, I forgot. I got my sound effects here. Congratulations, Martini. I forgot I had the sound effects because I brought them over. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She's up early. Miss Lloyd says, good morning, ladies. I'm blessed and highly favored. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Janae. Welcome back, girl. She said, good morning, everyone. Yes, yes, and yes. All right, so we're clear with the roadmap, right? Is everybody good with, instead of us having a vision board party, that we're going to have a roadmap party? Because again, I think this is going to be something that is going to help with the momentum, right? Because when you start seeing that you can start cutting these things off, you want to start building that confidence and you start building up that manifesting muscle. There's some, I was reading a book while I was listening to a book. It's called E Squared by Pam Grout, if anybody wants to read that book. It's called E Squared by Pam Grout. And in this book, she says, in order for you to start building so that you can believe that you can get these grand things that you want, in order for you to believe that you can do these things, you got to start building that manifesting muscle, right? You don't just automatically go into the gym and be like, oh, I'm going to lift 200 pounds. Oh, I'm going to run 5 miles. Oh, you don't just automatically go into the gym. Your mind may think that you can do it, but you got to start building yourself up in order to do it. Because if you say, I'm going in the gym and I'm running 5 miles and you haven't ran or walked for quite a long time, and the furthest that you walk was to your mailbox at your mailbox at the end of your driveway, then how are you expecting to get to the 5 miles, right? How do you expect to do that? You got to start conditioning yourself. You got to start conditioning your body. You don't just automatically go in and say, I'm going to be lifting up this amount of weight, because it doesn't happen, right? And even if you do something like that, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt yourself, and you may not do it again, and you may not try to do that again. And so what I'm saying to you guys is you have to build up that stamina. You have to build up that muscle. You have to build up that confidence. You have to build up that manifestation muscle, because if you are not, then it's going to be more difficult for you to see how you're going to get to that goal. And so we have to start practicing small things that is going to build up the confidence that is going to allow you to see that you can get the larger things, right? Nikki, I'm going to call you after this live. Okay. Congratulations, Martini. Yes, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Do you guys agree? You have to start somewhere, and you have to start getting yourself in the habit so that you can start building up the confidence, the energy, the motivation in order for you to get to that next thing. Do you guys agree? Put ones in the chat if you agree. One's in the trap. One's in the trap. One's in the chat. The roadmap is a big yes for me because it's measurable and in my face. It's measurable and in my face. So I'm forced to reassess the results and go again. Absolutely. You can make your adjustments right then and there. You can see where you are, right? Because you don't got to wait until, oh, you got this big goal over here and that's the destination. And remember, I always say the joy is in the journey. You're not going to be able to see where you need to tweak things and fix things because you're not really paying attention. Your focus is on this main thing, and you're just so focused on it that you can't even see what you need to do in order to get there, right? You can't you're going to get discouraged because you didn't get there faster than you wanted to get there or whatever. You're going to feel those things. So you got to start building up this manifestation muscle. And so yeah, and the book E Squared, she says, like, start building up this manifesting muscle, because like if you start saying, okay, pick one thing you want to see for the day, so you're going to see evidence of this one thing for the day, right? That's going to be like, oh, okay, I believe it, I can see it, I have evidence of this thing. So let's say it was you wanted to see rainy skies, right? Let's say rainy skies was the thing that you are using to manifest, right? You want to manifest the rainy skies. And so you're going to see them everywhere, not just in your sky, because you may have a sunny sky, but you may be reading a book about a rainy sky. You may see it in a children's story about a rainy sky. This rainy sky may be in a movie that you watch. This rainy sky may be, and something you hear on the radio. You may hear about rain. You may hear about forecasts for the next day may have rain. So you have evidence that is happening. You said you wanted to see that thing. So now that you said that you want to see that thing, is going to build up that confidence. Like, yep, I seen it. I was manifesting rainy skies, and I was manifesting rainy skies. You may say, okay, so okay, so I manifested the rainy skies. Let me see. Okay, so now I want to manifest batteries, right? Everywhere you go, you're going to see batteries. Why? Because now you're on high alert for those things, but you're going to be paying attention, right? You're going to be paying attention to these things. Oh yeah, I'm going to see a battery. I'm going to see a battery. I'm going to see a battery. You may see batteries everywhere and may not even think about it. It may not be a regular battery. It may be a battery for your cell phone. It may be a battery for your camera. It may be a battery for your car. It may be a battery. Like, you'll start seeing evidence of those things. And once you start feeling that and you're like, oh, I see evidence of all these things. I said I wanted to manifest batteries. I'm seeing evidence for that. That is going to give you confidence to keep on manifesting, right? You got a little extra money in your pocket. I see evidence of wealth and success in my life every day. And I do that because this is where I see the evidence. I don't have to wait for a big amount to come to me, right? I don't have to wait for that big, large, grand amount to come to me. If I could be grateful and I could see evidence in the small things. Guess what? I have confidence to know that the bigger things is coming. I have evidence to know that the thing is coming to me. Do you guys feel what I'm saying? Like, it could be $5. It could be a quarter. It could be a penny. But I see evidence of success and wealth in my life I said wealth and financial freedom. Let's say that. I see evidence of wealth and financial freedom in my life every day. Thank you so much for this, whatever this thing is. Gratitude. Gratitude brings more gratitude. Appreciation appreciates, right? So you want to make sure that you're doing these things. Why? Because these things are going to prove true to you, which is going to make it better for you to believe that this can come to you, right? Because you've already seen evidence. No matter how small, no matter how minute, you've already seen evidence of this thing happening. and you gave appreciation and you realize that you've seen that in your life. And this is what I want you to do with your goals. I want you to be able to start making smaller steps and start seeing these things actually happen for you so that you can say you've seen evidence of this stuff happening for you in your life, right? You may say your main goal is to leave the 9 to 5, right? Every single day that you work, you're closer to you leaving your 9 to 5. But I am grateful and thankful for this job because it allows me the freedom to work on my business while I'm able to still pay for my bills. I'm grateful and thankful for this. Every single day that I come to this 9 to 5, I am closer to my goal of leaving this place so that I can start my new entrepreneurial journey. A lot of us are not looking like that. We're looking at it like, I can't stand this place. I can't stand these people. I can't wait to get out of here. I can't do this. I can't do this. And all you doing is providing evidence of negativity. And that negativity is going to keep on growing and growing and growing. And then you're just going to feel some type of way. And then you're going to feel stuck. And once you start feeling stuck, you're going to start like you can't, you're going to start feeling like you can't move. And then guess what? That blurs your vision. Now your vision is blurred. So everything we do, we are going to need a plan to get there. Yes, we good? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Grand Rising, Donna, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. So let me know if y'all feeling me and let me know if you understand what I'm saying. Like a vision board is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to have. But when you start, like for me, like I said, when I'm starting to look at it and I'm starting to see some of my realistic things are not there. Some of, the things that I actually want to achieve are not there. And some of them things are not even my own thoughts. And this is why I need y'all to be a little bit, not a little bit, I need y'all to really be realistic and focus on the things that you really want. What is it that you really want? Yes, somebody else's success looks amazing. Yes, somebody else making $1 million an hour looks amazing. Yes, somebody having $50,000 in inventory coming in for them looks amazing. Yes, somebody getting their store looks amazing. But is that really what you want? Is it really what you want? And again, it's not because I'm telling you to aim low. I'm telling you to aim as high as the sky or even beyond that. But what is it that you truly want? What is it that you truly want? Are you still doing the books a month? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Definitely resonates with me. Yes. What do you really truly want? Because this way you will stay encouraged. If you start saying you want something, it's not something that you really want. Every time that you don't achieve it, or every time that you're not moving closer to it, guess what you're going to feel? A blow. You're going to feel discouraged. You're going to feel like this is not meant for me. I'm not meant to have it. Maybe I'm just not one of those people. Maybe success is for them over there, but it's not for me. Maybe I'm not meant to do this. Maybe I'm meant to stay here at this dead end job. Maybe I'm meant to do this. You're going to feel like these things are not happening for you because you're looking at the wrong thing. And I want to use this to tell you to be encouraged to look at realistic things that is going to inspire you and encourage you to get to where you want to go, right? To really get to where you want to go, not just stay stuck. Right? Because you don't have to stay stuck every moment of the day. And this, again, I told you before, and I tell my son this too. Every moment of the day, if you are not where you want to be, if you are not achieving the things that you want to achieve, you have the right, the opportunity, as long as you have air in your lungs, as long as you're moving, as long as you're functioning, as long as you are here, you have the ability to change that. So if something is not moving in the direction that you want to go in, guess what? You're not obligated to go that path. You can switch whenever you want to switch. You can flip the switch. If you say, okay, well, I don't want to be at my 9 to 5 for 3 more years. I want to finish in a year. How can you make that real for you? It's not that thing can't happen, right? How can you make it real for you? What do you need to do realistically in order for you to leave that job in a year? Does that look like you taking on another part-time job? Does that mean you doing a little odds and ends here and there? Does that mean that, you know what I'm saying? Does that mean you got to tighten up on your budget? What does it look like for you in order for you to do that thing that you say that you want? You can get it, but you got to figure out what it's going to take for you to get it. Right? And that is going to encourage you and inspire you to do more and go beyond even what you even set out to do. Right? You're going to have that encouragement. You're going to be inspired. You're going to take inspired action. Why? Because you know that every step that you are taking is another step to you getting to accomplish that goal. Every single thing that you're doing is in motion to where you want to be. Right? I'm going to go to work happier because I know every single day I got a year. I got a year left to do this. Every day that I go to work, I'm closer to me getting to do what I want to do. I'm closer to financial freedom. I'm closer to doing this. I'm closer to doing A and B and C, right? Every single day. So now I'm looking at it. I'm optimistic about it. I feel good about it. My energy is good. I don't feel like I'm dreading to go into work. I feel better about this situation. And when you feel better about that situation, you giving yourself more positive energy. You getting your vibrations high, and you bringing more great things to you. Right? But you got to know that you're moving in the direction of the goal that you say that you want. And if you have superficial goals, and yesterday I was saying you set fake goals. If you have superficial goals that is somebody else's ideas and is not yours, if you're not going to feel good going in that direction because you're not doing what you need in order for you to be successful. Why? Because your why is not good. Your why is not good. Your why is because somebody else has it. That's not enough to hold you to get the thing. Right? That why, oh, because that person achieved it, is not strong enough. Is not strong enough. You got to find something that is going to be strong enough for you. So let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Michi says, that's exactly how I see things. I feel blessed to have a 9 to 5 while working on my business. However, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have an opportunity to possibly work making way more than I am. And you need to weigh out those options. I have an opportunity to possibly work making way more than I am now at my current job. I have a call with the recruiter tomorrow. I'm always anxious with starting a new job and the interview process. I am, of course, going to still work on my business. And again, you should not feel a type of way because like, oh, I feel pressured to be this. If this job opportunity is something that you want and you want to do, and this entrepreneurship is something that you want to do on the side, make it happen like that. Make it work that way, and then make sure that you are honest with yourself with that's what you want. Right? If you're honest with yourself, then you won't feel bad that you are not putting all of these hours into being an entrepreneur, because you know that I'm only this because I want to do this for X amount of dollars. I want to do this because this is something that keeps me creative. This is something that I'm doing that blah 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 blah. Whatever that is. But as long as you're honest with that, you'll know, and you won't feel bad about taking on this new job that's going to be, doing more for you, and you are making more money, right? You're not going to feel bad about that because you're clear. You're clear on what it is that you want, right? Everybody's destination is not the same. We're all different people, right? We were speaking about that yesterday. Everybody is different. Everybody is not going to want the same thing. Just because you want to take that job, you shouldn't feel bad about wanting to take a job with more money. You shouldn't want to, right? I mean, you shouldn't feel bad about that. You should feel great about that. You should feel great, like, based on what I was doing, I'm able to get this, get to this next level or get to this next thing. You should feel good about that. And that should feel, you know what I'm saying? And just all you need is that clarity. Where do you want to go? What's your time frame? How you want to do it, and work that out. Roadmap, right? Roadmap. Annie says, I have no interest in having a store, brick and mortar. That's not for me, but supply stores. I prefer to ship directly to clients. I love receiving packages. That's my tribe. Okay. All right. And to me, I've had 2 stores, and to me, it's overrated. It's overrated. One day, I said I was going to tell my story, and I'm going to start doing a series. And Patricia's in the room right now. We were speaking about that yesterday, because I don't share my story enough, and I feel like, not that I don't think that you guys believe me, but if you don't see it, did it really happen? Right. And so I had 2 brick and mortars, and I think they're overrated. Why? Because I was working in my shop, and there is no weekends. It's, you have to especially be there for the weekends. So you don't have your weekends. You really don't have any time. I was running a store and shipping orders. And if you saw my stories yesterday, you seen the amount of orders that were going out. And so the front of the store would look like the packing facility. And so it didn't really look like the store, right? And so I had to start making adjustments. But I was like, I don't know if I really want a store. I just need a place to work out of. I just want a warehouse. I don't, and me moving forward, a store is not my goal, right? I've done that. I can check that off my list. I can say, I've done it. I've been there. I've done that, but it's not something that I want. So if I had a store on my vision board, right, and I'm like store, 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 and then I'm finally get the store, and I'm like, it's not so much what I want. That's got to come off, right? And so I know that I don't want a store, but I do want a warehouse, right? I have clarity, I have direction, because I did try that thing, and that thing didn't work for me. And again, I was working the store, I'm trying to keep the front end looking good while I had so many orders that were going out, and I had to catch the post office. I mean, not the post office, because the postal worker used to come in and fill up the postal worker's truck, whatever that thing is, the truck. Fill that thing up, and then my packages are in there throughout the day, and you considering different things. And so, I mean, I'm going off on a tangent, but I had a realistic thought that having a brick and mortar is not for me, not for me. And most of the times I felt better with the door locked and me working in the back, making product, putting product together, as opposed to entertaining customers that are walking in that may or may not buy. I felt better working in the back. And so I know realistically I want to have a warehouse and not a brick and mortar. Right. And they to me, they are overrated. They are overrated, because now you got to trust people to operate your business the way you would operate your business. I was lucky that I had Tracy, because Tracy can, I trusted Tracy with everything in there. I didn't have to worry about her stealing anything. I didn't have to worry about her being in there alone. I was able to just let her have her key, let her do what she needs to do in there, and leave when needed, right? I could trust Tracy to go and do events for me, because I didn't have to worry about money or whatever. I didn't have to worry about her trying to steal from me. But that's not the case with everybody. In this day and age, people don't want to work. People don't want to do things. People want you to hand them things. People don't expect, to put in the effort and the energy that you need for them to do to make your business thrive. And they don't understand the fact that if you make this thing thrive, then I can do more for you than I'm doing right now. But we got to work together. People don't understand that. And so, to me, in my eyes, having a store was overrated. But again, I was blessed to have a Tracy. And so Tracy helped out with that a lot. But again, I didn't have weekends. I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a little bit too much. It was a little bit too much. Let me go back and see. Let me see. Annie says, I read that one. That's where I came from. Patricia, good morning, good morning, good morning. Michelle said, good morning, Nikki, and everyone. Nikki, wow, exactly what I was thinking last night. Blessings. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Meet you if it helps in IRS. If it'll help in IRS. I'll see. Michi, good for you. Only you know your status. Congratulations if you take it. That's right. Yes, tell your story. You talk the talk, but do what you preach. And that's the truth. Like I said, a lot of the times, we're not a lot of the times, but we're in a day and age where we're seeing people showing what's going on, right? I come from the I come from I'm not going to show you what I'm doing, right? You don't have to know that I have movement going on because you don't see it. I don't have to show and prove. I already know what's going on, right? That's where I come from. But this is the era when people gotta see it in order for them to believe it. And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna start sharing my story because I'm not new to this. I've been in this game for 13 years. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 13 years. I never went and got a job within my 13 years. I made things work. I had some struggle. I had a whole lot of struggle, but I made it work. I made it happen. I make things happen, right? And if that called for another stream of income, if that called for me to put in more time for something, if that called for me to go another route, I did those things in order for me to be a full-time entrepreneur. Everybody don't have that same kind of energy. Everybody is not going to say I got to do what I got to do, or else I got to make it happen, right? It's up to me. If it happens, it's up to me, right? And everybody don't have that. Some people are just going to be like, well, I can't take it. I don't want to be an entrepreneur anymore. I want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to stop. And this is why I said the thing that you're going to need is to understand what your why is. And when you find out what your why is, go deeper and keep on going deeper, because once you keep going deeper, you're going to find the real reason. Like if you start chipping down your why, it's going to be superficial things, right? Oh, just to make more money. But why do you want to make more money? What would that mean for you? What would that mean for your life? What would that mean for your family? So you got to start chipping away at it and chipping away at it. So then when you find the core of the why, that is going to be the thing that is going to connect you to make sure that you continue to do everything that you need to do in order to make that thing happen, because you're now at the core of it. These superficial things, they're going to fall off, right? If your why is because you want to make more money, you can make more money. You can make more money getting a job. You can make more money on the OnlyFans. You can make more money doing whatever. You can make more money. If somebody gave you $5, that's more money. What does that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get clear. What does that look like for you? Right? What does that look like for you? In order for you to find out, you got to start chipping away. And that is when you're going to find your why. And that is why I say your why is going to be your fuel for your destination. Because if you don't have fuel in your car, you're not going anywhere. And that's the same thing with your why. If your why is not strong enough, it's going to get you to a point, but it ain't going to get you to your destination. Right? It's going to get you to your point until you figure out, oh, I need to get gas, or somebody's going to have to give me a ride. That means somebody's going to have to bail me out. Somebody's going to have to do something in order for you to get to where you're going. And are you going back home, or are you going to continue on that destination? Right? And so your why has to be strong enough. And if your why is not strong enough, anything can take you out. Anything can take you out. And so that is, one of the things that you got to really focus on is, what is your why? What is going to give you the fuel to keep you going? What is going to be that thing like, I got to make it. I don't care if I was up 24 hours. I still got 24 hours left of this drive. I still got to keep driving. Right? What is that thing that's going to keep you up? What is that thing that's going to keep you moving forward? There's got to be something, and it can't be these superficial reasons that we have, and with like these fake goals and these superficial goals. It's got to be something more, because the money ain't going to do it. The notoriety ain't going to do it. What is it going to be? What is it going to be? You got to know. You got to know, right? Let me see. Thanks, Nikki. It will be the same schedule I have now, so it won't affect my business negatively. Good. And that's an awesome thing to do. Yes, that honesty and growth. Yes. I want a warehouse with the showroom. That sounds amazing, Melissa. Patricia says, yep, with the store, you need a street team to bring in traffic to your store. Having a retail location is definitely overrated. And that is true. I wasn't in a heavily traffic area. Like, I was bringing in my traffic, right? Because I was the only type of business like that on this mountain. And so I was bringing in my traffic. and I would have my nephews would be out there, and we used to get those like those big heads, like the teddy bear heads and things like that. My nephew had a sign. I will even show y'all pictures. My nephew will have a sign, and he's like, "Come inside, handmade soap, da 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 da," and he would be pointing like, how you have the tax time, you see the Statue of Liberty, and they pointing and they got the sign and they spinning all the things. Well, my nephew was doing that for me, bringing in the traffic so that we can have traffic coming into the store. So you have to definitely figure out, like, if the location is, if you have a good location, guess what? Your overhead is going to be extremely high. If you like, there's so many things to consider, right? Like, is X amount of dollars a good amount for you to be paying for rent? Like, you know what I'm saying? So if the traffic isn't coming in, you still got to come up with that money. Are you prepaying? Are you going to, make sure that that's taken care of so that if you do have a slow month, you don't got to worry about how you going to pay the rent for your shop or whatever, right? Do you own the land? Do you want to own the land? Like, what we got going on here? Right? So it's a lot of things to consider when you're talking about you want to have this brick and mortar. It's a whole lot, and it's a whole lot of things that you never even thought that you had to think of. Never even thought that you had to think of. Let me see. Blue Ocean. Blue Ocean is the book. It is Blue Ocean Strategy. Blue Ocean Strategy is what I'm reading. Nobody wants to work. Employees think they deserve six figures with no work ethic. Ish is wild. And that's the facts. That's the facts. The entitlement mentality, and that is this generation. Like, they feel entitled to everything and don't feel like they have to work for anything. You have to work in order to get it. We've been busting our hump to get to where we are. What makes you think that you just get it on a silver platter? Right? They have no work, but they want big bucks. Yep. Huge entitlement. People want to tell you what schedule they want to work. Yep. Yep. I have no desire to have a store, but I'm definitely manifesting more space and present in other retail locations. Awesome, Kim. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, Nikki. Talk that talk. I need to make it happen. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the thing. This generation don't want to struggle or have hardship to get what they want. They want a better roses without thorns, and they think everything is supposed to be easy. And when it's not easy, it's a disaster, right? Like, it's the ends of the world. Like, no, it's not the end of the world. It just is. You just got to work a little differently. You may have to work a little harder. It may require something different of you, but it can still happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not the end. It's not the end. I would tie that into the why to your brand, though. Let me see. Some of y'all are telling the why without connecting it to the brand, which makes a customer question your brand instead of buying into your story. You got to make it all make sense, because if you tell your story and you have all of these disconnecting parts of the story, how does it make sense? You trying to make people decipher, or people try to dig deeper. Nobody's going to try to figure out what your story means. Nobody's going to try to say, okay, I could tie this to this and this to this and this to this. They're not. You got to tell a story with clarity. You got to tell the why with passion. You got to be able to understand that I got to be clear on how I tell my story. And when you tell your story, you got to think about it. How is it that I'm going to tell my story? Right? It may sound repetitive. It's going to sound repetitive, right? But that's the story. As long as you keep on repeating it, people are going to know it. They're going to understand it, and they're going to share it out with other people, right? But you got to know what connects your story to what, and not have it so disconnected. Not have it so disconnected, and your why has got to be something that you are really passionate about. This is what I'm going to be able to do it when I feel like doing it. Remember, I say this all the time, the discipline, right? I got to do it when I feel like doing it, when I don't feel like doing it, when the sales are coming in, when they're not, when things go my way, when things don't go my way, when the power goes out, when I don't know how to pay this bill, when I don't know how to pay for shipping, when I don't know how to do, when I don't know. All of that's going to be, it's got to be the passion. You got to be able to say, you know what? I don't know how any of this thing or any of this is going to happen. I don't even know how I'm going to do it. But guess what? I am committed to do whatever it takes in order for it to happen. I am committed to stick this thing out. I am committed. You got to have that commitment. You got to have that commitment. And that is why your why has got to be strong, because anything can take out your why if your why is weak. Anything can take out your why. You'll find a reason to do other things in order to not keep going on that path if your why is weak. Your why has got to be strong enough for you to, like I said, you got to do it when you want to do it. And when you don't, you got to do it when you feel like it. And when you don't, you got to feel like it when things are working in your favor. And when they're not, you got to do it when you don't know how it's going to happen. You still got to figure out how to do it. And that passion in your why is going to be the fuel for you to get to that destination. Right? That passion is going to be the fuel that you need in order to get you to the destination. It's going to give you enough gas to get to that next point, and to the 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 better point, and to the best point, and to the great. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to get you there, but you got to know what that is, and it can't be superficial. A lot of y'all like, well, I just want to sell a product, and I just want to. That's not enough. That's not enough. What is going to tie you to it? So you just want to sell a product. You sold a product. Okay, you did it. Now, let's say you want to sell a product and you don't sell it. So now what you want to do? Quit? Now what you want to do? Quit? You didn't sell what you thought you was going to sell in enough time. And so now you thinking, oh, my business is not this. People don't want my thing. I'm not good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. And so now what you going to want to do? Because your why is not strong enough. Just because you wanted to sell a product, because you wanted people to have that product, that is not strong enough. That's not strong enough to make you want to stay. That's not strong enough to make you want to stay up late at night and try to figure out what you could do in order for you to sell this thing. You don't have a strong enough why. And you concerned with, oh, well, I don't know why people don't want my thing. You don't have enough strong enough why. You don't even believe in you. You don't even feel that you could do it. So how are you going to convince somebody else to believe that you could do something and you don't even believe in yourself? I'm just saying. If you don't believe that you can sell, I didn't sell it. I guess they don't want it. I guess people, they just don't understand. I guess. If you can't convince them to buy your thing, guess what? You're not going to convince yourself to continue doing this thing. Your why has got to be strong. Your why has got to be strong. Good morning, Sherelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. That is so freaking true. Exactly. Thanks. I will watch the replay heading into work. See you later. All right, Janae. Sound like a plan. Sound like a plan. Do y'all understand where I'm going with this? Do y'all feel what I'm saying? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Are y'all understanding what I mean when I'm saying that your why has got to be strong? Your why has got to be fueled with your passion. Your why, and not even just your passion. It's just got to be fueled with the idea that by hook or by crook, I got to make this thing happen. I got to make the table shake. I got to make this happen. I got to make the world recognize that I was here. What does that look like for you? How committed to you are you? How committed to this thing are you? When I look at certain performers, or when I look at certain people who are so passionate about the thing that, their goals and stuff like that. Like when I look at a Kobe, when I look at a Michael Jordan, when I look at like a Kanye, when I'm looking at like a Michael Jackson or a Prince, people who are so committed to their craft, they're so committed to making sure that they're the best that they can be within their wheelhouse. When I look at something like that, that motivates me. That work ethic. Kobe was going to show up if he felt like doing it, if he was hurt, if he had to be on a plane in two minutes, whatever, he was going to show up regardless. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to be in the gym. I'm going to dedicate myself. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to make sure that I'm doing this. I'm going to make sure my body is trained for this, no matter if I feel like it or if I don't. You need to have that level commitment in what it is that you say that you want to accomplish, right? It fascinates me when I see artists like that. It fascinates me when I see athletes like that, because it's like, this is what I'm going to do. And what makes me stand apart is because everybody don't have this level of commitment. Everybody is not willing to put in this level of work in order to receive these results, right? Everybody wants the results, but they don't want to do the work. That makes you stand apart from anybody else. And so if this is what you want, my work ethic is going to be different. I'm not going to say, you know what, I need my rest when I know that I still got 50 orders that got to go out. Yes, I could be fresh faced and do this and do that, but I also know that if I could take care of this on this side, then it'll be easier for me in the morning. And so it won't be me doing double the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm able to say, I'm going to put in that time that I need in order so that I can make my job easier. Or I can get the job done, period. I'm going to make sure that I do that in order for me to achieve that. Why? Because my why is strong. I got enough fuel in my tank. I may be tired. I may be mentally exhausted. I may be physically exhausted. My legs may be tired. My back may be hurting. But guess what? I still have enough gas in my tank to do it. Why? Because my passion is there. Why? Because I know what the goal is. I know where I want to go with it. So my passion is driving me to where I need to be. We need to get there. And we need to get there. Let me see what you guys are saying. You're preaching today. Hey. Crystal said, yes, we are getting called into the dean's office this morning. Hey, come on, Dean. No, I'm just joking. We are getting called into the dean's office this morning. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all gotta understand. Yes, you may just say, if you just, oh yeah, I want to be an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I want to be this. Oh yeah, that's fine, right? But be clear. Be clear what your goals are. Don't say that your goals are for you to be making you to have a multi-million-dollar company if you have a dollar work ethic. Don't say that you want to have your products all over the place, but you ain't doing nothing to work to get your products anywhere, right? Nobody sees your products but you. So you're not doing the work that you need to do because you're not clear on what your goal is. You're either not clear or you're not committed to do the work. Where does your work ethic lie? Where does your passion lie? Where is your clarity? And so I say all of this to say, get clear on what it is that you want to do. Get clear on what you want to do and make sure that you have fuel. Your why is very, you are very committed to the why, that the passion is there. Because if you, like I said, if you don't have the passion, whenever something fizzles out or don't go your way, you're going to quit. There's no anchor holding you to it. There's no anchor holding you to your destination. Because when anything goes wrong, you're going to quit, you're going to run, you're going to tuck your tail, and you're going to go somewhere else. You're going to try something different. You're going to see if you take that old you take your old you into a new thing and bring that old you there. And guess what? That new thing ain't going to happen either. Because you're not clear. You're not clear, and your why is not strong enough. You don't have enough gas in your tank to get you to the destination. Get clear and make sure that your why is strong enough for you. Your why has got to be strong enough for you, because your why is going to be the gas that you need to get to your destination. Period. Yes, you may want to make multi-million dollars. Yes, you may want to have stores. Yes, you may want to have all this other stuff. You may want to have all those other things, but there's something deeper that's burning inside you that you got to do these things because of what is that thing? because of what is that thing. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like that thing is not going to hold you. Just because you want to make a multi-million dollars in your business, that's not going to hold you to what you need. That's not going to give you the standard that you need to do what you got to accomplish. What is that deeper thing? Because it's not going to be an easy road for you to get to this multi-million dollar level. So what is it going to require of you? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? You may not be willing to have the work ethic in order to get you there. So guess what? You need to be real with yourself. Not saying that you can't, but you got to become something different. That means you got to work on you in order for you to get that thing that you said that you want. You got to become a different person. You have to get different skills. You have to make sure that your commitment is holding on to whatever it is you say tied to. But it's got to take you. It's in you. That means that's why your why has got to be strong enough. That's why your why can't be superficial. That's why your why can't be, I want to be a multi-million dollar company. Your why's got to be deeper. Because like I said, anything will knock you off your square. Anything. And you could be like, well, that's why that didn't work. But if something knocks you off your square and you got your deeper why, you're like, well, that way didn't work. I'm going to try this way. If that way don't work, I'm going to go out through the back door. If that way don't work, I'm going to bust a window. If that way don't work, then I'm going to try this way. But you're committed to that, right? You're committed to make it happen. Some people just get knocked right off their square and then they'll just be like, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. And guess what that means? Your why wasn't strong enough. Your why wasn't strong enough. So let me see what you guys are saying. By any means necessary. The entrepreneurs who have a strong why stand out. Absolutely. Absolutely, Chantel. Yes, indeed. And customers take notice. Yes, too many entrepreneurs out here to stand out. You need a strong brand. Absolutely. Yep. You got 50 orders. And even if you're sick, you got to stay up and get it done. Psh. Psh. I've told you guys the complications that I've had with my womanly cycle, right? No matter what, orders still gotta go out. I want to stay in the bathroom all day, but I can't. Things still gotta happen. I'm still gonna find a way to make it happen. I'ma still figure out what needs to be done. Because I've decided that this is what I want for my life. I've decided that this is the direction that I want to go. I decided that I'm going to be committed to this when I feel like it, when I don't. When physically I can do it and sometimes when I can't. Right? And yes, you got to take breaks. Everybody's got to take breaks and you got to take care of your health. But I could easily make that up as an excuse. Well, I can't pack your orders because da 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 da. Well, I can't send this out because da 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 da. You could easily make up an excuse. But how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Let me see. I was up till 1:30 in the morning. I was up till 1:30 a.m. this morning pouring. See? And then you woke up early in the morning. You woke up at what? Because I know you was here with us. So that definitely was 6 o'clock. Yep. Or I want legacy for so and so, but no action. Absolutely true. Period. I have 2 whys: legacy and don't want to teach anymore, so I don't sleep. Well, you got to get some sleep, Miss Lois. You got to get some sleep because we don't need you falling out everywhere. I had a busted hand and still completed my orders. Don't make excuses. Don't make excuses. Let me tell y'all something. When and this was still deep into what I was doing because I was working Bubble Babes and I was working at the strip club still, right? And I had broke my right hand, had to have a cast on, a big bulky cast. How was I going to sew? How was I going to make soap? How was I supposed to do this? I had to have this cast on for 6 weeks. What am I going to do? I had to make something happen. I had to make something happen because I could have used that as an excuse and be like, yeah, well, I can't work for 6 weeks because I got this big cast on my hand. I didn't use that as an excuse. I used it to do different things. I focused differently. I focused on making different things, like maybe pasties and different things where I didn't have to worry about the bulk of the cast on my hand, right? But I still got the thing done. I still got the thing done. And you have to, like I said, you got to be committed to what that thing is. You got to be committed to your why. Your why is your fuel. Everybody put that in the chat. The why is your fuel. The why is your fuel. You can say my why is my fuel. You can say however you want to say it, but the why for sure is the fuel, because that is what you need to get to your destination. And unless you have an electric car, you're not going to get there without gas. And even if you do have an electric car, guess what? You're going to need to charge it in order for you to get to your destination. So say my fuel or the fuel is my why. The why is my fuel. Thank you. The why is my fuel. Put it in there. The why is your fuel. The why is my fuel. My why is my fuel. However you want to say it. That is the fuel that is going to get you to your destination. Your why is the fuel that is going to get you to your destination. And once you are clear with that, once you can say, no matter what's going to happen, it's not going to knock me off my square. I may have slowed down. I may have been off track. I may have to take a different direction. I may have to go another way, but I am still committed to accomplish that thing, because my why is my fuel and I have enough fuel in my tank to get me to my destination. Right? And I said this before about, traveling to your destination. You're going to need oil changes. You may need to change a flat tire. Something may have busted. You may have to fix something in the car. But no matter what, you may even have to get a new car, right? You may have a new goal. You may have a new direction. You may have had an epiphany like, oh, I thought I wanted this, but no, this looks a whole lot better. Maybe I want to go in this direction. There's going to be things that are going to happen along this road. But we need to know that these things are going to happen and we're going to be okay with it as long as we are willing to do the work. If I'm committed, if I know that if long road trips, I need to have oil change, then I am committed to figure out where I need to stop to take some oil, where I need to stop to get an oil change, or how many miles I can go before I need an oil change so that I can keep on going. When do I need to stop at a rest stop? Because maybe I need to rest. But as long as I'm committed, I know I'm going to get to my destination. I know I'm going to get to my destination. Right? And so I want you guys to keep that in mind. I want you guys to also keep in mind that if you create the roadmap for you to get somewhere, then again, you could create that momentum that you need to keep you going, right? When you feel great when you accomplish something, you feel great when you accomplish something that you think you couldn't. You feel good when you did something that works. You feel good when you finally get that recipe just right. You feel good when you get that one order. It could just be one. You feel great packing that order. You giving this person all of the attention, all of the energy, because thank you. I'm so thankful for this order. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really hope you enjoy my products. I really hope that you share my products out there with other people. I really want you to love this. Right? That is going to create the momentum that you need to keep on going. So this is why I want y'all to be realistic and clear about what your goal is. Be realistic and clear about what your why is. Go deeper than just the superficial stuff at the top, those superficial layers. I want to live in a better place. I want to make more money. I want to drive a better car. I want to look better. I want to dress better. I want to get a BBL. I want to do whatever that thing is, whatever those superficial things are. There's something deeper. There's something more. Is that going to give you more confidence? Is that going to give you more freedom? Is that going to make your family feel like, they have something to fall back on? Is that going to make you feel like I've accomplished something? That thing has got to be deep. That thing has got to be deep, because that's going to be the thing that's going to hold you to the destination. Right? We slow down, we don't stop. That's right. We pivot, we don't stop. That's right. That's the only rule successful people live by. Oh, we went to the BBL. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all people in these BBLs are insane. Insane. I'm not fascinated by BBL because again, I come from the stripper background, the stripper world, and that's been going on. Never been fascinated by BBL. Never been fascinated by BBL. I've been in the era when people were going to the underground places, getting the medical grade stuff in their butt and closing up the incisions with crazy glue. So BBLs, because it's popular now and it's for everybody right now, it seems so amazing, but not to me. Not to me, because let me tell y'all something, the girls at the club been doing it. The girls at the club's been getting them injections in their booties for a long, 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 long time. So, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing that. They've been doing that. But everybody seems to be fascinated by these BBLs. And don't even get me started with the BBLs and the thighs not matching and the weirdness. Don't even get me started. But yeah. Yeah. So your why has got to be strong enough. I'm about to say for a mommy makeover. If that's what you want, get your mommy makeover, girl. Get your mommy makeover, girl. Make yourself feel good. Make yourself feel good. Do what you need to do. Gotta catch the replay to get to the beginning, but I'm picking up what you're putting down. Hey, let me see if I made sure I said everything. So don't continue on. I mean, we're gonna talk about it still tomorrow because I'm gonna make sure that you guys, it's a clarity thing. It's a clarity thing. I also said reflect. So what matters to you, right? And again, this will go with your why, but it also go with you figuring out where you really want to be and what you really want to do. If Patricia's in the room, is my goal to do what Alejandro is doing, or is anybody's goal in here to do what Alejandro is doing? You may say, oh yeah, that's nice, but see, this is a part of their goals. This was a part of the strategy. This was a part of what they wanted to do from the very beginning. Right? You may be looking at it like, oh, this is nice. I may want to do this. I may want to do that as an add-on. But take a beat and see what you really want so that you could put out your game plan and then you can move accordingly. Right? You got to see what your game plan is and then you can move accordingly. I'm not just going to be looking over here and be like, oh yeah, well, that's what I want to do. This is where I want to be. That opportunity looked great. No. What's your plan? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Carve that out for yourself, right? Because again, it won't lead you to disappointment when you know this is where you actually want to go and you didn't accomplish something the way somebody else accomplished it, right? Let me know if that makes sense to y'all. Let me know if that makes sense to y'all. Patricia, please don't come out looking like a mommy aunt. I'm about to say. Oh, that was Patricia who said I'm about to. Oh, okay. Mama aunt. Just joking. I'm gonna get some. Don't get no Botox. Yes. Don't compare Alejandro's journey. That's been years in the making, right? And I've been very strategic with his path. Absolutely. Read this. I'm gonna put this up on the chat. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Figure out what your journey looks like for you. Figure out what you actually want for you. Figure out what success looks like for you. Right? Yes, all those things look nice, but it's a part of what they were building. They've been building this, right? You just coming out the gate, oh yeah, that's what I want. That don't happen like that. It takes time. It takes time and it's trial and error and everything ain't sweet. Everything don't happen sweet. Everybody struggles. They went with their struggles. They had their problems. They can tell you some stories about situations and about stores and about people and about so many things, right? But are you willing to work through that? right? Are you willing to say, even though all of these things are happening, I'm not going to give up? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of the things that they went through building their business, a lot of you guys are not even built to handle that stuff. You're not even built to handle that stuff. A lot of the stuff that I've been through in my business, and I'm not saying it's about a longevity thing. I'm just saying, you got to be able to be willing. If somebody had their business for a long enough time, I find value in their experience. Why? Because they've been here long enough to have experienced some things, right? You live life long enough, you want to experience some things. Life is going life. Just like business is going to business. Struggle is going to struggle. It's going to happen. It happens to the best of us. But it's how we going to roll with the punches. It's how we are going to stay committed to the thing, even though things ain't working our favor in any particular time. Right? You got to make things happen. And if you live long enough, you'll be able to correct it. If you live long enough, you'll be able to see it through. Right? If you commit, you are going to make sure you're going to make it happen. You're going to make sure that you see yourself on the other side. Right? Patricia, you do you. Don't get botched doing it. I'm telling you, I was looking at some stories the other day, and the young girls getting the fillers in their face and how their face is looking and they can't come back and it's so overstretched. I said, I will take my almost 50 face the way it is, with no fillers, no injections. I'll take it just the way it is. I told Nikki years ago where I wanted to take him at. Facts. I told her years ago where I wanted to take him. So know that we have a strategy from day one. From day one. The stories we can tell about building, yes. And we are still a baby in business. And even when you become a huge business, everybody's always going to have problems. Everybody's going to have challenges. Period. It's just things. It's just the way things are. It's just the way things are. And so when you are planning out your future, when you are creating your roadmap, we need to be clear. We need to be honest. We need to know how much we're willing to do, what we're willing to sacrifice, where we're willing to do, things where it's going to take us outside of our comfort zone to stretch ourselves. We have to see how much we're willing to do in order to accomplish that thing. And we have to always make sure that our why is strong. It's the fuel to get you to your destination. You have to make sure that why is strong enough. Money is not enough. Just one little accomplishment is not going to be enough. It's got to be deeper than that. You got to understand what that thing is. Hey, Keisha, you have to understand what that thing is. And you really need to see, let me see. What do you need to do in order to make that thing real? Right? What is that? What do you need to make this real for you? What do you need to make leaving your 9 to 5 real to you? What do you need to do to make sure if you want to have a store? What do you need to do in order to make that real for you? Right? Having a store is not the immediate thing. Maybe you need to start building your credit. Maybe you need to start building your personal credit. Maybe you need to start building your business credit. Maybe you need to start looking for land. Maybe you need to start looking for leasing opportunities. Maybe you need to start real estate. Maybe you need to have somebody to find the location for you. What does that look like in order for you to have it? How much is it going to take for you to maintain it? How much do you need to have in your budget for the month in order for you to maintain those monthly bills? Right? You got to start looking at what is it going to take for you to get that thing so that you can start working in that direction. Right? What is it going to take? How can you make that real for you? It's going to take a roadmap. So let me know if you guys in the chat. Let me know if y'all with me. Let me know if today was good. Let me know if you like the direction that we went in today. I know, a lot of the times you just want to, all I thought if this was going to be easy. I just thought I was going to be able to be an entrepreneur and this is going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. If it's easy, If it's easy, then what? You slacking. You slacking. So gotta run to a meeting, but I'll catch up with you soon. Have a great day, everyone. Yes, yes, and yes. We are wrapping up because I'm over. I went over my time anyway. So let me know if you guys like the direction that we're going in. Let me know if you feel like yes, a roadmap party is going to be better than the vision board party. Um Again, to build that momentum, to build that confidence, to build that muscle, to know that you could do it. Um, what else? What else? What else? With that being said, oh, tonight we're going live tonight. So we're going to be live tonight at 7 p.m. and we are going to be talking about how to keep your brand consistent. And so make sure that you guys are in the room. I know we all struggle with that, and I include myself in that too, of keeping your brand consistent across social media, in person and online. We are going to be discussing that tonight with Allie Ray Haney. She'll be with us tonight, so make sure that you bring your notepads and everything. Your emails have already went out. Make sure you look for it. You're going to have another one at 6:45, so make sure that you are looking for your email. What else? What else? What else? I'm on the road to 100K, so I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all, if today was something good and it resonated with you guys, it's something that you feel like a friend or somebody else can use, please share the video out with them. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them to hit the notifications bell so they can be notified when we are going live. We go live every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. If you would like to join our community, go on over to Bubble Babes, BABEZ University.com, click community, set up you an account, and then, look around, see what you see, answer some posts, answer some, look at some videos and have a good time. If you want to go a little further, a little deeper, and you want to do the Honor Society, come on over to the Honor Society. It's a paid all access membership where you have access to previous lives, classes, downloads, tools, resources. And we're also going to be meeting this Sunday at 6 p.m. for our accountability group. So if you are a part of the Honor Society, 6 p.m., let me know if you are able to do that. The link will be in there for you. And with that being said, that's all I've got to say today. Yes, I like the roadmap party. This was great. Okay, good. Love it. Roadmap all the way. So yes, we're gonna focus on the roadmap, and we're going to kill a game. We're not going to be looking at things that we had on the vision board every year. Keeps moving. We're not going to do that. We're going to create this roadmap. We're going to create the roadmap to the final destination. So with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for joining me. I know that your time is valuable, and I know that most of you guys at work. And so I appreciate you sacrificing this investment of your hour or so to get this information from me today. And I hope, like I said, I hope it was something that resonated with you. It's something that you could use today, tomorrow, and forever, or something that you could share with your friends so that you could teach it to yourself again. So you could just remind yourself of your why. Remind yourself of the clarity that you need. Remind yourself that you need to have the fuel for your destination. Remind yourself, I really want to achieve whatever it is for myself, realistically for me, and not looking to the left and the right and see what everybody else is doing and see what their level of success is. I need to define what success looks like for me. Right. And so with that being said, I want you guys to really maybe today take a look at that and see what success looks like for you and what you want to do with it. So thank you so much, everybody. Make sure that y'all hit the like button, you turn on your notifications, make sure you hit the subscribe button, all of the things that you need to do. Yes, and yes. Let's see. Love it. Roadmap all the way. Hey. Roadmap to success. Absolutely. So you guys, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you. I will see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Make sure you're here with your notebook, your pad, and your questions. If you have questions about your brand, then make sure you bring that. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.